Ooh, we just lost the video. Well, we didn't lose all of it. We're still here, and we have a lot of guests with us. Oh, but a very special one. My 9-year-old granddaughter introducing herself for the first time on YouTube as Nola Fox. Nice to have you with us, Nola. Absolutely delighted. Been looking for this for ages. Now, what is particularly noteworthy about Nola being here today is it is her mother's birthday, my daughter. So, happy birthday, Nola's mother. You'll be getting some flowers a little later today. And welcome, Nola, who's been posting emojis all morning. So we're delighted to have you with us. Roman Chirac. Hello, Roman. My Fish Tanks Aquarium. Good morning, good morning. Dirted Fishy folks. He refers to us as indeed we are the Dirted Fishy folks. Jason and Knees. Hello, hello. Jason or Jason. Let's see, Jason, we need to turn you blue. And we need to turn Nella blue. JBVMPSMTR. Hello. Sarko. Oh, hello, Sarko. HB, hi and good morning, Father Fish. Hello and good morning, everybody. And somebody, Word Dunlap started off this morning with Merry Christmas. And it is the season. We're going to be playing Christmas music all month long. So, what does blue mean again? Sarko says, it means you are a member of the SHOAL in good standing. You may post links. You may make referrals. You may do all of the good things that people do when they join a channel and become a Star Prime member, as are we all. Jason, second pronunciation, and thanks for the rent. Jason, what did I say? I don't remember. Second pronunciation. I don't remember the first. Lori, how do you deal with planaria? Ilyuta wants to know. I have only one little fish, a chili resbora, so pretty much nothing eats that. How do you deal with planaria? Well, listen. Planaria, they're funny little critter. They have a pointy head. Planaria do. They have a head shaped like a triangle with a long, wormy sort of snail body. Snail-like body. Planaria. How do you deal with them? Well, gee. If you want to remove them, you can do it kind of one at a time. I would not treat chemically because you're going to wind up killing a whole lot more than just planaria. They're really not going to be much of a problem. And if you're careful about not overfeeding, you're not going to wind up with a vast population of them. They're kind of interesting and they're curious, and they like a snail will crawl around on your glass. You can take them out with an eyedropper. They'll kind of curl up in a ball if you touch them. Makes them easy to remove. The Blue Man Group. We are. We're done left. Ah, Sarco Human now inactive. Jason. Jason. Yeah, okay, good. Jason. Thank you, Jason. Haven't been Sarco not been active in the community lately. Well, we're glad to have you back, Sarco. Nice to have you with us. So do not worry, Ilyuta, about the planaria. They're really not going to be a problem. That'll become a problem until you have so many of them they're taking over the tank. And the only way that can happen is if you've got a huge amount of excess food and nothing else in there. There are critters that will eat them. Puffers will eat them, for example. There are other fish that will eat them, somewhat larger than your little chili rasbora. Do I still have parrots in the store? Nella wants to know. No, the store is closed, Nella. We had to close it last winter because I got too old and tired to take care of it. So the store is no more. We now have the memory of the store, and of course, lots of videos that we watch that depict the store. So no more parrots. Sorry, we're done left. Planarian slime is toxic to shrimp species. Did not know that. Critical to know because planaria do leave a slime. And if it's going to kill your shrimp, then you certainly don't want to have planaria in a shrimp tank. Ilyut is trapping them for 2 weeks and keep getting them, feeding only live food sparsely, like 1 to 2 times a week. Well, let's see. I am so averse to chemical fixes. I'll tell you what, to bring this over to Discord. I'll get the link up for you. There, we've got a number of people up there who are going to be very helpful in figuring out what you can do about your planaria. I'm going to give you the link here in a second. Let's see. Here we go. Here's the link. If you will, just sign up for Discord. There are people over there talking all day long, 24/7, 24 hours a day about fish and the like. There's a channel called Fish Emergencies. You're welcome to post your concern there. We've discussed planaria there more than once, and I know there's some folks over there who've got some really good information about planaria. So come on over to Discord. We'll talk about it and work out a way for you to be able to overcome them. Remember Discord? Brought it up, but didn't get much attention. Well, bring it up again, and I'm going to beat the drums for you. We'll get some attention. Angel Nunez. Good morning, Father Fish. Don't want to harass you, but I placed an order last night. Did not get any confirmation. Well, let's see. Who'd you place the order with? Was it placed on my Father Fish Aquarium website or through Get Gills? You're not harassing me at all, Angel. In fact, I was looking. Let's see. I was looking for your. Let me take a look at my email here real quick and see if we got it. Yes, here it is. Angel Nunez. Morning, Father Fish. Placed an order last night. Yesterday, Seagrass. You know what? Oh, is this it? Friday. Last night would have been Sunday. Um, I don't see it, Angel. How did you place the order? Yeah, it's not showing up in my email. Just your note this morning. Word Dunlop says you can use fenbendazole, but it'll also kill snails. Every cure has adverse effects. Absolutely true. Um, Angel was on Father Fish Aquarium. Okay, because it hadn't come through yet. Let me talk to J Dog. He's probably up here. I ought to give him a call and see where this is. We'll call him up. Let's see. Ooby dooby doo. There he is, J Dog. See if we can get him on the phone. He's usually on here with us. What else is going on here? Nell is posting emojis this morning. Lots and lots of emojis. The emoji princess, he's not answering. Yeah. He has there's signal problems getting to. I will send him an email. We will take care of it. ADHD. Hello, hello, hello. Nice to see you. Let's see. Christina Whitaker. Hello, Christina. Nice to have you with us. Word Done Lab says fenbendazole, and Ilyuta says, I absolutely don't want to use chemicals. So that means a trap or manual, some other kind of manual removal. To do. We need to get the guys over on Discord working on this. You know, I think there's a problem on Discord, and I need to get back over there. We have a system that allows you to designate a problem, post it, and then staff people who are assigned to that issue will be notified to come over. And I don't think the notification is working. So I need to talk to our tech about that and find out what's going on. Went to work by accident, scheduled for the night shift. I'm on my way back home. Oh dear. So she got up, went to work, found out that she's supposed to be there tonight. Now she's coming back home. Oh dear. Oh dear. We're happy to have you with us, ADHD. I shipped her some fish over the weekend. She got them on Saturday. They did pretty well. These are all natives, so they're a little tricky to ship. I shipped her, I don't know, about 25 altogether, 5 different species, and she lost 6, 5 of which were one species, but I had extra of that species, so I think we're okay. And she seems to be happy with it, so fortunately, Rigo. Saying I haven't heard from Lou Foxwell lately. Lou Foxwell has been thinking about that. What I'm really trying to do is figure out a direction for that channel. And I just haven't nailed it down yet. I posted a few videos that are very different from each other. Got into a squabble recently with the Magtow guys. But really don't have a clear sense of what direction I want to go in with it. Ideas. I'm always open to ideas. Post some ideas over there. Now is posting kittens. We have lots and lots and lots of kittens. Our house is full of kittens today. Let's see. If you're still live when I get home, I can pop up and show you the flagfish. Gotta drive home now. We'll be here for about an hour, ADHD, so look forward to it. Let's see. Who is this? Hello? Oh, HB. Hello to special guest, Nala Fox. Nice to have you here. Nala is indeed a special guest. She is my 9-year-old granddaughter, who I am thrilled to have with us. I have been so anxious to have her up. She is an extraordinarily brilliant young lady who I have been asking her mother to help her do some intros for me, thumbnail sketches, whatever. I remember visiting her last summer, and she came up to me and said, "Grandpa, you need to work on your thumbnails." And I said, "Yes, I do." You're absolutely right. So I expect I'm going to be getting some help. Now that she has a YouTube channel, we're going to put her to work. This will be great fun. Where Dunlap says, control, study the Planarian life cycle. Good advice. Jason says, wanted to let you know I've been setting up fatherfish style tanks as a profession now. Just got out of college. I started out setting up wall steads for people, and then yours ever since I got to know you. Well, bravo, Jason. That's wonderful, wonderful news. You know, we're not exactly taking the hobby by storm, but boy, we're winning them over one at a time. It's just remarkable. When you can finally get somebody to try a dirted tank and they discover not only how simple it is, but how enormously effective. Well, it opens the door to a whole new life of fish keeping. Exciting stuff. Let's see. Naresh is okay. No, okay. Naresh is sending me notifications over on Discord. He posted a link this morning, and I couldn't remember what it was. It was about the food web and permaculture in an aquarium. And it was taken from Days, from his office. So we're going to go ahead and redo that entire video, Naresh. We need to do a little more with the clip because it doesn't describe what we're talking about, and then post the link so that people can get the full video. It's really remarkable. Fellow did his entire fish room as a natural scene, and it's really quite stunning. He lives nearby over on the east coast of Florida. Oh, ADHD says, I'm quite satisfied with my special fatherfish fish. Well, delighted that you are. I'm just so happy we got him there and got you the species that you really wanted and lots of extras besides. She had been such a good sport about this. We did a shipment earlier in November that got lost. A UPS lost it, and it took 10 days to get there. 2 fish actually survived. So we wanted to make that up. She put in another order, and we just gave her lots and lots of extras to compensate for the original loss. So thank you so much, Lori. We just really appreciate, Elisa, appreciate you and appreciate what you're doing in your fish room. Let's see. Potential biological control. Mess with their life cycle. Where Dunlap is still giving advice on Planaria, talking about dealing with a life cycle. And he's got a link for that. So check that out as well. Christina said I had an insane amount of snail leeches, added mollies, and they ate them all. Mollies are pretty good that way. Mollies are good at things like algae, particularly hair algae, as are Florida flags. But mollies will also eat things like, you might try mollies in with the planaria. That they may take care of that for you. HB says ADHD, you must love your job. Going to work by accident. Ah, Debbie Russell is emojing Nala. And Tam is emojing Nala. Got home safely. ADHD. Rohan. Hello, Rohan. Nice to see you. Revolutionary. Well, it is kind of, it is and it isn't. I mean, it's revolutionary for a lot of people, but it's really pretty basic stuff. I mean, if you want to try to replicate nature in your fish tank, the first thing you put in it is dirt, because every single body of water in the world has dirt in the bottom. So you put dirt in and then cap it with some sand to keep the dirt down in the dirt so it doesn't get up in the water, and fill it up and you're good to go. I mean, how hard is that? Really? Karen Naresh. Hello, Naresh. Nice to see you. And good morning, Debbie. Hello, Debbie. Sarko, I will help people the hobby with dirted tanks. I will. Bravo, Sarko. Carter Bing. Hello, Carter. Good morning to you. And I lost him that quick. Mark Davenport. And Nala is continuing to post emojis. We now have, oh my word, she did all of the aquatic emojis. An entire retinue of aquatic emojis. Bravo, Nala. Debbie Russell, hope you got some sleep before tonight. I worked nights for 20 years in healthcare. Let's see. Sarko, I'll make a channel that talks about deep substrate and other things I've discovered myself in the hobby. Bravo, Marco. When you do that, Sarko, make sure we get a link to it. We want to be able to check it out. Good morning, Mark Davenport, Christina Whitaker. When I show people my tank, most people just don't believe I don't have CO2. I know. Well, you do. You just have it naturally rather than mechanically. And as a result, you've got more CO2 down in there in the substrate than anyone could possibly put in the water column. Rohan, have you seen Palmer Aquatics living room? Pretty amazing with dirted tanks. No, Palmer Aquatics. Let's get a link up for that, Rohan. Karen Naresh. What is this link for? Oh, he did it here. Okay. Let's take a look at this. This really is cool. I think I showed this once before. Am I going to get it? Well, I don't know what he's got posted now. The food web and permaculture. Oh, it's just a bigger link. Okay, we'll have to get back to that. It's a new link we're trying to do. We're trying to get shorts. So Naresh has been working on creating shorts for us. And I just lost track of everything here. So we'll try to get it back. Dooby-doo. HS, good morning, Michelle. HB, I'm sorry. HB, good morning. Word Dunlap says CO2 is produced in decomposing soil and other chemical elements. Nature knows about nature. Yes, indeed. Absolutely right. Debbie Russell says, ha ha ha, get that dirt. There we go. Roman says, bettas ate all my planaria, not one to be seen. Tried 8 guppies for a few weeks to no avail. Well, there you go. Bettas will eat planaria. Should have known. Palmer is using 2 inches of dirt to 1 inch of sand and has duckweed at the top to absorb the ammonia from the soil. So he hasn't figured out how to add that extra inch of sand to keep his water density very low. The extra inch of sand prevents leaching from the soil. So the duckweed will help, but it's only going to be taking up what's there. If it's not there to begin with, which is the reason for 2 inches of sand, then you don't have to worry about taking it out. In addition to which, a lot of people have trouble with duckweed because it does tend to block the light. And one of the main reasons for doing a deep substrate with dirt is to be able to grow plants. A lot of duckweed will limit plant growth. So I would strongly recommend to Palmer that he add 1 more inch of sand and in his next tank, reduce that dirt down closer to 1 inch. The problem with 2 inches of dirt, particularly if you use any kind of supplements, is that it is chemically very active and it can overpower the tank. 1 inch won't do it, particularly with a 2 inch cap. 2 inches of dirt and 1 inch of sand can overpower the system, and it can create a real disaster. So you got to be focused when you do this to make sure you're doing it right. We have, thanks to Nala Fox, a whole stream of virtual hugs. So virtual hug to you too, Nala, and thank you so very much. Just delightful. HB, thank you, NYC Fish Keeper. And we're there. Peace and good day. And to the Fish Shoal. Rohan. Oh, is that the link for Palmer? We need to get to know Palmer. I hope Palmer knows about us. 3G says hello, Nala. John Sua. Hello, John Sua. At New York Fish Keeper, hello from the Bronx. So we got all these New Yorkers in here now. Tam Shepard. Is it true I can get the same results in my tank as putting CO2 if I do 4 hours of light, 6 hours of dark, and then 4 hours of light? I don't think so. What breaking the light cycle does is it's used as a way to control algae because it breaks the plant growth cycle. It stops it kind of midway. That's the primary use I know about for breaking the light cycle, is to control algae growth. I really don't know anything about it putting extra CO2 in the water. CO2 is going to be put in the water. Well, let's see. It will reduce CO2 consumption. because by breaking the light cycle, the plants in the dark do not absorb CO2, they absorb oxygen. So they will not absorb as much CO2 as they would if the light cycle were not broken. So there is that. I don't know that it increases it, it simply decreases the use, I would suggest. Now, it is possible, I suppose, that plants using O2 in the dark are releasing CO2, and that would slightly increase it. So, yeah, maybe on balance. I'm not sure what the point would be, though, because the whole purpose of CO2 is to increase and improve plant growth. And if you're doing a light cycle, a brief light cycle, then you're restricting plant growth. And if you're doing that by putting more CO2 in the water, it seems kind of counterintuitive to me. So that's my best on the subject. Christina Whitaker. When I get so much duckweed, my goldfish can't eat it. I put it in my compost. That's a lot of duckweed. Whoa. HB says, "What? That's what those are. Hugs. Yes, they're virtual hugs." And we have YouTube logos, a whole string of YouTube logos. I know Nala is so excited to be here. This is her first, I think, her first day. It's certainly her first day being able to post on Father Fish. She just got her own YouTube channel. So she is thrilled and delighted. And boy, are we going to have fun with this. She's a very precocious young lady, I want you to know. And it's going to be featured on the channel. You just wait and see. It will be amazing. Mark Davenport finally found a place to trade some plecos. Walked out with a pair of baby dart frogs. Oh, how cool. Very cool. That's neat. Joshua Miller. Good morning, Joshua. Nice to see you. Debbie Russell, HP. Let's see. My fish keeper is saying I have to rehome my betta from my 29 to a 5.5. Can I make it a dirted tank? Yes. Do about a half inch of dirt and an inch and a half of sand. If you put a total of 3 inches in a 5-gallon, it's going to be half full of substrate. So do like a half an inch of dirt, an inch, a little better than an inch of sand, and it'll work out wonderfully. You'll be thrilled with it. Mark Davenport said I did. Finally found, oh yes. That's wonderful, Mark. Oh, you're going to love the baby dart frogs. They're such great fun. Now you need to raise wingless fruit flies. I'm sure you got some to start. They're not hard to do. They're really pretty easy to do. JBVM, me too. Daniel Villanueva. So what light cycle do you recommend? I really, it depends on your wattage. If you're at 2 watts plus per gallon, then I really recommend a 10-hour cycle. I have tanks now that I have 1 watt per gallon on 24/7, more or less permanently on. They really never go out, but it's a lower light, and I don't get algae as a result. Daniel, we need to give Daniel a wrench here. Oop, just did. Good. Moonboats is here. Good morning, Moonboats. 3G. Congrats, Nala. Yes, it's her birthday is coming up. This is a birthday family. They have 3 birthdays this week. So it's birthday week in Nala's home. Her mother's birthday is today. Hers is the 12th, which will be next Sunday. And then Mike's is the 9th, I think. I'm in the Bronx. I Fish Keeper is in the Bronx as well as John Sua. Nayla. I've had a YouTube channel for like 2 months, so not really long. Well, I'm just delighted you came up to be with us this morning, Nala. It's just such fun to have you here. Rascaria. I see your planted tanks with cichlids, American, Africans, etc. But everywhere I read, planted and cichlids don't mix. Can you throw some light and make a few videos? Well, I got a lot of videos on it. Let me get you a wrench. The key to planted tanks with cichlids is, first of all, to have more than one plant. What tends to happen is the cichlids will attack a single plant. They typically won't go after every plant. So if you've got a tank heavily planted, you'll notice one of those plants is just getting absolutely wiped out. But the rest are doing fine. So that's the way I usually handle it. I overdo the plants, and I try to do heavier plants. Amazon swords, heavier, more what's the word I want? More thick leafy plants, like leathery kinds of plants, that they're not as likely to treat as salad. Let's see, Moonboot's birthday week and Christmas right around the corner. They don't get a break. Really, it's true. Heavy Russell, happy birthday. Where's my shop located, Daniel says. Well, my shop closed last winter rather, in February. I couldn't keep it up, and I could not get the help to be able to run it. So I had to shut it down. I do still sell online. I am still available to people locally to help them out. We do some things here. I'm looking for a way to be able to set up a really nice display somewhere, because that was such an important part of what we were all about. That may yet happen. Remains to be seen. Daniel, let's see. Christina, my daughter had to separate her bettas into 2-gallon bowls. We did the father fish method with a tiny bit of dirt, and they don't need water changes, for up to 3 weeks. She was celebrating last night. It works really well. And if you feed live food every other day, you will rarely need to do a water change. Yes, Debbie, I do live in Florida. I live in Venice, Florida. One of the things I'm considering doing is collecting trips. I've done a little bit of that. We've got a couple of interesting local spots where we can get a pretty good variety of native freshwater species. We could do saltwater. Saltwater is a bit more problematic because state fisheries takes more of an interest in saltwater collecting. Freshwater collecting, they ignore. So we can do that. So anybody who wants to come to Florida and do some collecting, get in touch with me. We'll talk about it. We'll get something set up. Be happy to do that. 3 birthdays in a week. Wow, right. HB, a Aquatic Nest, hello, hello. Good to see you. James Green, we just entered another blackout in Foxborough, Mass, the fifth this month. Thankfully, the tanks have backup battery air pumps. Well, that's a big help. Getting heat on them is the other problem. I remember when I lived in Massachusetts, I had a friend who had a very large collection of fish in Putney. He taught at the Putney School. Um, Jeff Campbell was his name. Great old fish keeper, long gone. I went up there one morning and he was boiling water. He'd been up all night long. They had a blackout. He was boiling water and using it to keep the water in his fish tanks warm. He would take water out in the pot, boil it, and pour it slowly back in to keep the temperature elevated. He was the first person I ever met who had Uaru and was breeding them. I was just utterly thrilled. Native music to my ears, says Aquatic Nest. Jason. Oh, Jason. Can you tell me about cocoa coir instead of peat moss? It's expensive to get where I am, so I've been using cocoa. Done about 5 tanks. They're going great. Anything I should do? It's essentially the same thing. Peat moss is kind of an ancient material. Cocoa fiber is organic in exactly the same way. It does exactly the same thing. It breaks down organically. It's perfectly effective and absolutely appropriate. Just trying to think, you can buy it in blocks too. Anybody selling reptile supplies has blocks of cocoa fiber. They're hard, dense blocks that are made up. You moisten them a little bit and they puff up, make a much larger volume. Yeah, it's perfectly effective. Nothing particularly to know. It's an organic substance, as is peat moss. So the whole idea is to get something down in there that's going to deteriorate and provide nutrition, and that does it very effectively. Dead Boy, hello, Dead Boy NYC. Limo, is she back? She get home yet? Limo is ADHD. Let's say, Dead Boy, we need to give you a wrench. Got a bunch of new people in today. Let's see how many are here. 43. And we've got how many? 27, 28 thumbs up. Let's get a few more thumbs up going there. Freaky Fish Lady, hello, hello, hello. Nice to see you. Let's see. I'll tell you what. Let's see if we can get a little Christmas tune going here. All this cool Christmas music that we had last year. Here we go. Oh, this is a good one. I like this one.
It seems so long takes, circus tuna fish takes. She's like a living up tuna fish takes. And I'm good wishing Merry Christmas. It seems like since I can see, standing so fast like a missile. Got some tea, a happy idea. If I could have a whistle.
De-
Christmas!
delightful. Delightful. Who did that? Whose song is that? Does anybody know? Does anybody know who that is? Scroll down, see if we can get it. Who is the singer HB is saying? Music is hypnotizing, subliminally telling me to destroy my attention. So what are you talking about? Yeah, I think you're right, Christina. Going to be a lot. Blackouts are going to be a lot more common. We're headed into a dark time. Buy more tanks or receive them as gifts. Nicole, hello, Nicole. Nice to see you. Five blockouts in a month. Yeah, it's going to get worse, particularly in New England. Let's see. So anyway, that was Roxy. Roxanne was the singer. She kicked the volume up. Roxanne was a professional. I don't know if she's coloratura. She might very well be, but she's a professional entertainer, professional singer, studied classical voice, and is just a genuinely delightful lady. And so happy she did a couple of songs for us last year. We'll be playing them, several Christmas songs. So we'll be playing them throughout the month. Freaky Fishley headed to have an EEG in Springfield today. They have so many fish stores to make the trip worth it. Well, bravo, and have a successful EEG and a wonderful time in the fish stores. Freaky Fish Lady, bravo. Angel, I have a 29 unplanted, running for a couple of years. Want to convert to planted with deep substrate. Should I start from scratch? What do you have in the bottom of it now? If you have any substrate at all, simply add 2 inches of sand, because you're going to have a lot of material down in that substrate now. Obviously, if you have a bare bottom, then you may as well start from scratch. But if you don't, if you've got like gravel in the bottom of it, add 2 inches of sand. That's all you need to do, and you'll be able to plant and grow plants. It'll have a lot of detritus and a lot of waste already in the existing substrate. By capping it, here's ADH. Oh, look who's here. Let me get her. There she is. Hey, girl, how are you?
Oh, hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you
Yeah, you got home, huh?
Yeah, and I got my pajamas on now.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So I wanted to show you the little Pygmy Sunfish came out. Look.
Oh, wow. Oh, nice.
All of them are in here. There's one right back there. They like to hang out near the back and at the bottom. So you were right that they really want like a shallow tank because they like to hang out.
They do. Yeah.
So
you'll start seeing babies in there. They will spawn.
I hope so. I might split up the colony because you sent me a bunch. I think I have like 10 or 15 or something, but I used some of the water from here to drip acclimate some fish yesterday, so I got to top them up. But
Oh, good.
I'm thinking I'll split them up and maybe put 5 in a 20 high or maybe a
I'll
20
tell you
long.
something else. Something else that helps. You can put either a lot of leaf litter in the bottom or peat moss in the bottom, like a thick layer of peat or leaf litter, and they'll be able to feed in that as well as raise their babies in it.
Okay, I'll do that. I have a whole. There's my celestial pearl danios, but I have
Oh,
a
yeah.
bunch of peat moss outside in a tub. Here's the resurrection jars. They're kind
Oh,
of getting
nice.
yucky. I gotta put them in the sunshine. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, they need to have sunlight. I was thinking about that. I'm going to set up a group of them this spring from a number of different environments, including saltwater. I think it'd be real interesting to see uh, a saltwater resurrection jar. Where are we headed? Into the basement.
Yeah. I want to show what fish. I put the golden top minnows in a 20 high right here. There's 3 of them that survived. You can see them in the back, kind of.
Yeah, they're such a beautiful fish.
Yeah, I have them in here with some blue wag platies.
We'll try to get you some more of them.
Yeah, they like to hide in the back.
Yeah, they're a hard one to ship. That and the blue lines. How many blue lines did you wind up with? Blue fins.
Oh, bluefins? 4. And they are living. I thought that they would act more like a tetra, so I put them in here with the German blue rams. But all they do is kind of sit still. They don't really.
Yeah, they don't move around much. Yeah.
Yeah, I might move them out. So the German blue rams stare at them, and they stare at the German blue rams.
Well, they'd
They're
probably
fine.
be all right. Yeah, right.
They're not hurting each other, so maybe I'll leave them. But once the German blue rams start spawning, they might.
Oh, I just got a new fish yesterday. I got 25 pupfish. Like do you know what the desert pupfish is?
No.
It's related to the flag, but it's not a flag. It's a separate species. Look up P-U-P, pupfish. There's some that are native to the eastern seaboard, and I got a couple of dozen of them. So most of them are going to go out this week. What else you got here?
These are the 4 flagfish. They're on the top shelf in a
Oh, okay.
one long with the hair algae. I figured they might like the hair algae. They're hiding right now.
Perfect.
There's one right in the center of the screen underneath of the.
Oh, yeah. I think we can see them.
Yeah. So this tank is just bare bottom right now. It's temporary. What was the other fish you sent me? Oh, Heteranda fernosa. This is my colony of those guys. There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch in here.
Yeah.
They're super cute.
They're such a neat little fish. It's the world's tiniest live bearer.
Yeah, I love them. They're super cute too.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. We're out of time here.
All right. See you next time.
Your fish room is looking fabulous.
Thanks.
Thanks
See you
for
later.
popping up. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nice. Sweet girl. Sweet girl. Is Nella leaving? She has to go. Bye-bye, Nella. Nice to have you with us. Delighted to have you here. Maple Street. Hello, Maple Street. Nice to see you. Great to have you with us. Yeah, I just got some pupfish. Hold on one second. I gotta get this. Let's see. Florida pupfish. Lake Eustis. There it is right there. Let me show you this. This is kind of interesting. This is a Florida flag. Now, there are a wide variety of pupfish. This is the one that lives in Florida and ranges up the eastern seaboard, I think all the way up into New Jersey, maybe even into New York. I've caught them as a kid in the Chesapeake Bay. Here's a better picture of it. Also called a sheep's head minnow. Now I have these available right now. There is a video on them spawning. Now, Resh, see if you can find that video and let's get it posted. We put it over on Discord and we'll put it up on the channel and see if we can just promote this a little bit. I'm not going to have these long. I've only got 25. They're going out in groups of 5. I've got 10 of them already sold. So I have 3 more orders. Anyone who wants to get them, please put an order in. I don't know if they are listed on GetGills. I think they are. Also got them listed on fatherfishaquarium.net, but there may be a problem with that. Angel ordered some there and it did not come through, so I don't know quite what's happening with that. I got to check it out. In any case, we're once again out of time. Tell you what, let's just do a little more Christmas music.
You know Mary and Joey and Cassie and Roxy, Lee, T-Bone, Shelby, and Sharpies. But do you recall the most important fish nerd of all? Father Fish, the shoal leader, has a very white fluffy beard. And if you ever need him, don't show him any fear. All you gotta do is ask questions. He will always sort you out. Don't forget your plants and dirt. That will make your tank last and last. Then one cloudy tank appeared, and Father Fish came to say, if you do it this way, it will change your day. Oh, how the shoal really loves him, and how he can help us learn. With Father Fish to guide us, we will always make them tanks flow.
Keep my tanks from getting frightful. That's the saying will make it delightful. It's just I got nowhere to go. Get the hose, let it blow, let it blow. It doesn't show signs of stopping. Water change keeps it popping. But your lights are way down low. Get the hose, let it blow, let it blow. When you finally meet each other, good night. We can join the Discord force. Make fish keep in the daylight. Make sure to keep your fishies warm. Now our troubles are sliding. No plans and fish are diving. As long as we have our fishy show, let it flow, let it go, let it show.
Bye all. Nice to have you with us. Hey, Mermaids Chorus, Dubes World, Mark Davenport.
Bunny, help! Father Fish is trying to eat my hamburger.
Is he stealing our food again?
Help! Father Fish, get out of here!
Graham Cop. Bye-bye, all. Delighted to be with you. See you Friday evening at 8:30 with Shelby.